Hi everyone, this is Kassie, and these are the weekly tarot horoscopes for all signs for the week of November 18 to November 24. How was the full moon for you? I hope it wasn't as intense as expected, because I've heard stories about the intensity and the challenges this full moon manifested, but I've also heard success stories, so I hope you were one of those. Let me know if you want in the comments below, and if you haven't checked my video for this full moon 2 days ago, you will find the link in the upper right corner of this video. In the description of this video, you will find many useful links to my social media, to my website, so if you want a personal session with me, that's where you will find me. I can read the cards for you, either in live chat in real time or in email. We can have an email reading. You will find email options in my e-shop. If you are new to my channel, welcome here. I invite you to subscribe and hit the notifications bell if you enjoy the way I read the cards. Here we make tarot predictions, yes, with some references to astrology, but it's basically tarot. We make weekly predictions, everyday predictions with the card of the day. You can check it out in the link up right in this video again. And you can also check last week's predictions if you missed the video. But let's see what next week holds in store for us. For Aries, we had the Empress and now the Three of Swords. The Empress last week must have brought a nurturing energy in your life, abundance on some area of your life, support, because the Empress is a supportive figure. That's why it's often associated with our mother or a mother figure in our life, or if you're a mother, maybe you had to play a supportive role to your children. So you may have felt more deeply connected to those around you, because the Empress is a love card. It shows care, it shows feelings, it shows focusing on the well-being of yourself and on other people, And so this energy probably encouraged you to cultivate more harmony, to make your surroundings more beautiful, because don't forget, this is the card of Venus, the goddess of love, of beauty. So maybe you make your surroundings more beautiful, or you made yourself more beautiful. This week, however, the Three of Swords shows a contrasting energy, because it suggests the possibility of a disappointment or a difficult truth that will come to light. The combination of these cards indicates that while you are still surrounded by supportive energy, by loving energy of the Empress, there might be an emotional challenge or a realization that will make you feel a little uncomfortable. This could be a temporary setback, because I always see Three of Swords as something temporary. I know people don't like the Three of Swords when it comes up in a reading, but in my experience, it's always something that can be fixed, that can be healed. And that's the opportunity it brings to understand what truly matters and to heal. In your professional life, the Three of Swords shows a setback, a disagreement, or you will uncover information that will cause disappointment. However, the Empress presence is still there and reminds you to approach challenges with compassion, with patience, to seek support if you need to, because support will be given to you, and to focus on solutions rather than dwelling on what happened, on what made you feel bad, or what happened in the past, because the Three of Swords is often associated with the past in some way. So it could be about holding grudges and that kind of thing. If you want to know how someone feels, it appears there might be a misunderstanding that will affect the way they feel about you or about the situation, or maybe an emotional wound they have that's not necessarily because of you, and maybe it's something from their past, baggage from the past will get activated by something that will be said, because we should not forget that swords are always communication. So this week needs some attention, some caution, especially in how we express our thoughts and our feelings. The Empress encourages you to be gentle with yourself, with your partner, with the person you are interested in, allowing space for healing, but also for honest communication. Strong days are Wednesday and Saturday. For Taurus, we had the Lovers and now the High Priestess. Now that's an interesting combination because the Lovers basically brings focus on relationships and choices that are associated with relationships, with the significant relationships in our life, romantic or professional or family, any type of relationship. And it highlights the bonds that matter most to you. It also calls you to examine your values in these connections and if you need to make adjustments. Now this week the High Priestess brings a contrasting energy because it shows introspection, mystery, stillness. The High Priestess is a passive card, so this week you will take a step back and you won't take action. Now, maybe that's the right thing to do because instead of pushing forward, it's best to retreat from a situation, especially if there has been a decision that you didn't make last week and there are external distractions or other people that make things confusing. Better take a step back, take some distance and reflect on what's going on. In your professional life, this combination shows a need for independence, so you may find yourself needing to work on your own or remove yourself from a situation to gain a clearer perspective. The High Priestess advises you to be cautious in general because there seem to be hidden energies, hidden dynamics maybe that are not immediately visible, and urges you to look beyond the surface issues and observe any underlying dynamics that are at play in your work. In love, in especially how another feels about you, the High Priestess shows a strong connection, an almost mystical connection, because both cards are karmic, especially the Lovers you had last week, and it's as though you share a deep psychic or spiritual bond with this person. That's how they feel. This may feel like a soulmate connection or a connection from past life. The energy between you is very powerful. Now, how to deal with this energy, that depends on the person you have in front of you and the level of maturity, but also of spiritual and psychic evolution they have. So if you're dealing with someone who's spiritually immature, they may get scared of this connection because the energy is very intense. But if you're dealing with someone who has taken several steps in their spiritual evolution, then you may have a very meaningful and powerful connection with them. Strong days are Monday and Tuesday. For Gemini, we had the King of Cups and now the Two of Swords. The King of Cups is about emotional balance, is about getting in touch with your feelings or with other people's feelings because it shows emotional maturity. The King of Cups is someone who knows what he wants, especially in love, in relationships, he's in touch with his emotions, he shows compassion, and basically this energy encourages you to handle situations with calm and understanding without being aggressive or too demanding. So this card's energy may have helped you handle situations that were emotionally charged or intense emotions were involved, and you were the wise one, the one who has empathy. But this week the Two of Swords shows that you may face a decision or a dilemma or a situation that requires careful deliberation. So you could feel torn between two options, two people, and unsure which path is the best. Now, the influence of the King of Cups is still there. It remains around you and reminds you to approach this decision with emotional intelligence and patience rather than rushing into an answer. Take time to weigh the pros and cons, as that will help you make a balanced choice, a choice that favors middle ground, especially if you are dealing with conflicting energies or opinions or views from another person. At work, this could manifest as a decision or a negotiation where both options seem equally viable, and that could cause some confusion, some uncertainty. Again, rather than forcing an answer, allow yourself the space to think it through. Give yourself the space and the time to take a step back and make an informed decision. The King of Cups encourages you to remain calm and trust that the right choice will become clearer with time, especially around the end of this week, so don't rush things in the beginning of the week. In love, if you want to know how someone feels, this person might feel a bit uncertain or conflicted about your connection. They may be holding back or not fully expressing their emotions or their intentions. However, the presence of the King of Cups shows that beneath any hesitation, there are genuine feelings. This person might need some time to sort out their thoughts or to make a decision that's necessary, that's important for things to go forward. And if they don't make this decision, things might remain in a limbo state. However, their feelings are genuine, so that's a good sign, and you may want to give them some time to understand what they really need and how this relationship could work for both of you. Strong days are Monday and Tuesday. For Cancer, we had the Eight of Cups and now the Four of Pentacles. Last week, the Eight of Cups brought a sense of introspection or the desire to move on from something that no longer fulfills you. You may have felt the need to explore new paths or to let go of situations that didn't resonate with your emotional needs anymore. This card brings mixed emotions because on the one hand we have this urge to move on, to move forward. On the other, it's all this energy and all this time we might have invested in something that makes things a bit confusing. Now this week the energy shifts to the Four of Pentacles, and it appears that you will hold on what you don't want to lose, what's truly valuable, and you may feel the need to protect your resources, your emotions, or your boundaries, or even a person, a relationship, yourself. It's basically an energy that's not open to risks, to change. In your professional life, this combination suggests a balancing act between seeking growth and maintaining stability. Maybe you want to explore new possibilities, to explore new things, but the Four of Pentacles tells you that maybe it's best to be cautious, to be prudent, to be a little reserved when it comes to change. So you may want to protect your current position or your finances and carefully assess whether a new direction you had in mind, maybe last week or a few weeks ago, aligns truly with what you really want to do in your career, with your long-term goals. If you want to know how someone feels, this person may be holding back or protecting themselves emotionally. Maybe you felt that, maybe you will feel that they withdraw a little or they reevaluate your connection. Generally, this week's energy reinforces the importance of setting boundaries. So for some of you, this energy could manifest as someone being possessive towards you, or not fully ready to open up or make changes. Now, if possessive is the case, I suggest that you reassess a situation, because at times we get flattered when someone is being possessive towards us because it means that we have value for them, and that's the case often, but at times it's just them trying to protect themselves and being scared of opening up emotionally, which could be a bit problematic if you want a relationship that's mutually fulfilling emotionally. So depending on the situation and the case, you may want to analyze this kind of energy and understand where you stand in a relationship. Strong days are Tuesday and Wednesday. For Leo, we had the Fool and now the Three of Pentacles. Last week, the Fool brought a sense of new beginnings, of adventure, or a willingness to take risks, maybe. So maybe you felt ready to step into something new with an open heart and a curious mind, eager to explore new opportunities without overthinking obstacles or even consequences. So last week must have had a light energy, but this week the Three of Pentacles suggests that this new beginning might involve teamwork or collaboration, or building something valuable with others in order to fully develop. So maybe you will start a project or started a project, because the Three of Pentacles is the next steps, is not the first steps. So maybe you started something last week, and this week you will this week the Fool's energies will blend with the cooperative spirit of the Three of Pentacles, and you will engage more actively with other people. You will recognize the value of shared efforts, while last week maybe you wanted to be more independent. Now this week this changes, and you will connect with other people to get things done, especially in your professional life. That this combination shows a new project or an opportunity where teamwork is essential. So you will be working with others who respect your skills and your ideas, so it will be with like-minded people, and you will bring together unique strengths to achieve something common, a shared goal. The Fool will still inspire you to approach this collaboration with an open mind, with enthusiasm, even if it's a different direction than you originally anticipated. If you want to know how someone feels, the Fool and the Three of Pentacles shows a playful but also supportive dynamic. This person feels that they want to connect with you, especially if it's a new relationship. There's an emphasis on getting to know each other, on working together, on supporting each other's growth to build a solid foundation. So this week brings growth, it's an ideal time to explore if you are on the same page with someone, to see if there can be shared goals, because that will deepen your connection. This week is more practical than last week, and you will be working on those practical aspects of a relationship. Strong days are Tuesday and Wednesday. For Virgo, we had the Justice, and now it's the Queen of Cups. The Justice brings a focus on fairness, justice, of course, balance, and making well-considered decisions, decisions based on logic, basically. So last week, maybe you decided to put your emotions aside, to weigh your options carefully, to address any imbalances, or seek clarity in a situation. This energy encourages you to take a logical approach and consider the long-term consequences of your actions, because the Justice is the card of a cause and effect, in other words, karma. This week, the Queen of Cups adds a nurturing, compassionate energy and blends the analytical mind of the Justice with the emotional energy of this Queen. So the energy of the Justice prompts you to be fair, to be objective, and the Queen encourages you to be empathetic and understanding. This combination suggests that you will be balancing reason with intuition, and that's a very powerful thing, because it allows you to make decisions that honor both logic and feelings. And if those decisions involve other people, you may be able to find common ground. In your professional life, the Justice and the Queen of Cups indicate that fairness and compassion will guide your actions this week. So you may find yourself resolving a conflict or making an important decision that requires both practicality and sensitivity. So this week you may have to deal with a sensitive matter that will require advanced skills to resolve. So if there's a matter that needs settling, you will approach it with both your mind and your heart. This balance will help you achieve the outcome you want to achieve. If you want to know how someone feels, the Queen of Cups is a love card and reveals deep feelings, genuine affection, and the energy of the Justice shows there is a desire for honesty and equality in the relationship. So you or your partner, the person you're interested in, will be focused on making things more fair and more harmonious this week, ensuring that both of your needs are met. So it's time to communicate openly and create a stable foundation that's based on mutual respect and emotional understanding. Strong days are from Friday to Sunday. For Libra, we had the Tower and now it's the Empress. Last week the Tower must have brought a sense of change, sudden change, or a disruption, or even a revelation into your life. So you might have experienced a situation that challenged your sense of stability or forced you to rethink your plans or a situation or a relationship. Generally, the Tower's energy can feel intense, but the purpose of this energy is that it often clears away what no longer serves you, especially if you are not able to make those changes by your own. So it basically paves the way for new growth and transformation. Now, this week the Empress arrives to restore balance, to stabilize things, because the Empress is a nurturing energy. It's stability, abundance, and a very supportive energy. That's why it's associated with mother figures or even your mother. So together, these cards suggest that while upheaval may have caused some disruptions, the Empress brings the opportunity to rebuild with greater care, love, and creativity. So this is a good week to focus on healing and creating something beautiful out of the changes and the disruptions you have experienced. In your professional life, this combination indicates that unexpected shifts or disruptions that happened in the previous week now will be corrected in some way, as the Empress assures that growth and prosperity are still within reach. So you may find that this week you will focus on cultivating new opportunities or creating projects that align with your values and with your goals. Trust that what feels challenging right now will lead to something better in the future and to long-term benefits. In love, the Empress is a very good sign because it's a love card. It is associated with Venus, and it shows that while a relationship may have faced a shake-up or a surprising event that could be a little disruptive, there is potential for renewal and a deeper connection. The Empress encourages nurturing communication, care, allowing the relationship to grow stronger in the aftermath of change. If you are single, this combination may indicate an unexpected encounter that leads to a meaningful connection. Strong days are Wednesday and Friday. For Scorpio, we had the Five of Pentacles and now the Ace of Swords. The Five of Pentacles may have brought feelings of isolation last week, or worry, or a sense of being left out in the cold in some way. So you may have been dealing with concerns related to finances, or you felt disconnected from others or from someone else. Now, this card often highlights challenges that test your resilience, but also encourages you to find strength in adversity. This week, however, the Ace of Swords brings a fresh and clear perspective and even a breakthrough in understanding. The energy shifts from struggle to clarity because the Ace of Swords cuts through confusion and offers insights and new approaches to your challenges that lead to solution. So this card brings mental clarity and the potential for problem solving and helps you to view your situation from a sharper perspective. In your professional life, the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords indicate that while there may have been some financial concerns or setbacks, A solution or a new idea is emerging now. The Ace of Swords suggests that you will gain insight or information, because that's a card of communication, information that can help you overcome obstacles and take decisive action to improve your situation. This week is an opportunity to think strategically and start fresh. Now, how you use your energy depends on you, because the Ace of Swords is usually depicted as a double-edged blade, which means that you can use this energy aggressively or defensively, depending on what you want to achieve, basically. In love, this combination reveals that while there may have been recent feelings of disconnection or emotional distance, now honest communication this week can bring about a breakthrough. The Ace of Swords encourages open dialogue, it encourages you to speak your truth, and helps you and your partner or love interest address issues directly. So it's time to speak your truth, to clear the air, and to promote understanding. Strong days are from Monday to Wednesday. For Sagittarius, we had the Seven of Swords and now the Page of Cups. Last week, the Seven of Swords may have brought a sense of caution or suspicion, because this card suggests that all may not have been as it seemed, and intuitively you picked up on this energy, and you may have felt the need to protect yourself or to avoid direct confrontation, or generally to be discreet about your plans, about your ideas. This card often shows situations where honesty is crucial and encourages you to be mindful of hidden motives, whether your own or others, because at times we also tell lies to ourselves. It's not about others trying to deceive us. We can deceive ourselves in many ways. So this week, the Page of Cups brings a refreshing and light-hearted energy that softens the atmosphere and introduces a more open and a more gentle approach. While the Seven of Swords advised caution, the Page of Cups encourages openness, vulnerability, creativity, and the exploration of emotional connections. This card also brings messages of kindness or unexpected gestures that can shift your perspective in a positive way. In your professional life, the combination of these two cards suggests that while you may need to remain cautious and strategic, a new opportunity could emerge, or a new idea. The Page of Cups invites you to stay open to inspiration, even as you proceed carefully. You might find that a softer approach or a touch of empathy could improve a situation or reveal a new path forward. In love, the Seven of Swords shows that someone may be holding back or not being fully transparent, but the Page of Cups indicates that they do feel an emotional connection to you. There are feelings, and this person may struggle with expressing those feelings openly, yet there's a genuine desire for closeness. The Page of Cups suggests that this person will make small gestures, or you will pick up on moments of vulnerability, and that could bring more warmth to the relationship, even if tension is still there in some way. Strong days are from Monday to Wednesday. For Capricorn, we had the Nine of Wands and now the Nine of Pentacles. Last week, the Nine of Wands encouraged resilience, persistence, the determination to keep going despite of challenges. So maybe you had to deal with an obstacle and you may have felt a bit worn out or defensive, but your hard work and your perseverance have kept you moving forward. This card basically reflects our ability to protect what we have built, even when faced with obstacles. This week, the Nine of Pentacles is as if you're getting a reward for your patience and your perseverance, because it brings a rewarding energy of independence, of self-sufficiency. and the satisfaction of enjoying what you have worked so hard to achieve. So together, these cards highlight the journey from struggle to reaping the rewards. You've been through challenges, you've been through a lot, and now you're able to enjoy the stability and comfort that you have created. In your professional life, it shows that you are reaching a point where your hard work is paying off. The Nine of Pentacles shows financial stability or recognition, so this week you will make more money, most likely, or someone will recognize, will acknowledge your efforts, your contributions. However, the Nine of Wands reminds you to stay vigilant and protective of your achievements, ensuring that your success remains steady. In love, these cards reflect a grounded but rather independent approach, because nines in general in tarot are solitary cards. So your partner or you may value personal space this week and independence, and the relationship, if it's built on mutual respect for each other, it will be easy for you to also respect those boundaries. There is a deep sense of appreciation for each other's individuality, and that's a good thing in relationships because it brings stability. It brings mutual recognition of your energy, of what you offer in the relationship. Strong days seem to be Friday. For Aquarius, we had the Three of Wands and the Five of Wands for this week. Last week, the Three of Wands encouraged you to look ahead with optimism, to focus on future plans, on expansion. So you may have been exploring new horizons or making strategic moves or feeling excited about what lies ahead. This card generally brings a sense of anticipation and waiting, but also readiness to take the next step, because it shows that you have started something already. Maybe you saw the first results last week and there's more to come. However, this week, the Five of Wands introduces some competitive energy and maybe potential conflicts. So while you're focused on growth, there may be challenges or different opinions around you, which could cause friction. The Five of Wands often signifies that others may not fully align with your vision. They have different views, different ideas, and that could lead to disagreements or minor obstacles that require patience and adaptability. The Five of Wands can bring a disruptive energy, but generally is not a serious conflict or a serious disruption. It's those small things, those minor contrasts that we can easily overcome. In your professional life, this combination shows that while you are eager to expand or move forward with a project, you might encounter resistance or competition. So you may have to deal with different perspectives or deal with others who are equally ambitious. For instance, if you are looking for a job, maybe there is a lot of competition, other people going after the same job, after the same position. The Three of Wands encourages you to keep your long-term visions in mind, while the Five of Wands reminds you to handle conflicts diplomatically and to prevent disruptions and things escalating without a reason. In love, the Five of Wands can indicate a clash of opinions or tension, especially in communication. There is potential for growth in the relationship, and both of you want to go forward, to move forward, to develop the relationship and grow, but you may need to work through minor conflicts or minor misunderstandings. The person you are interested in feels very attracted to you. There are warm feelings, there is a positive energy between you, but there might be some minor incompatibilities you need to work through. Strong days are Thursday and Saturday. For Pisces, we had the Queen of Swords and now the Three of Wands. Last week, the Queen of Swords must have brought clarity honesty, a logical approach to things. So you may have felt the need to cut through confusion, to set boundaries, to make decisions with a clear mind. This energy encourages you to detach emotionally, most likely, and see situations from a rational perspective, allowing you to assess things objectively. Now, this may have been a little difficult for you, a little challenging, because you are a very intuitive sign and your energy is emotional basically, but the Queen of Swords helps you balance this emotional energy with some logic and some clarity that will help you see things from a different perspective, most likely. This week, the Three of Wands builds on that clarity and encourages you to look toward the future with optimism and strategic planning, because the Three of Wands is one of the cards associated with the future. And the combination of the Queen and the Three of Wands suggests that you are ready to set your sights on new horizons, because you have laid a solid foundation with the logical approach you had in the previous weeks. So now it is a time to envision growth, possibly even involving travel or people in foreign countries, collaboration, broader opportunities, because all those elements the Three of Wands represents. In your professional life, it shows a forward-thinking approach. The Queen of Swords suggests that you will make well-informed decisions, cutting through distractions and focusing on what's essential, while the Three of Wands hints at opportunities for growth, perhaps involving partnerships or long-term planning. It's a promising week to set intentions and take steps toward your goals, knowing that you have clear vision to guide you. In love, the Queen of Swords suggests that last week you may have approached the relationship with honesty, directness, or communication that clarified some dark and uncertain points. Now the Three of Wands brings a sense of optimism, forward movement. You will be both looking to the future. The person you're interested in feels very good about your connection, feels very attracted to you, and they are looking forward to building a future with you. So this week there might be constructive conversations, especially about where the relationship is headed, and that will help you both align on shared goals and aspirations. Strong days are Wednesday and Saturday. So these were the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of November 18 to November 24. I hope you enjoyed them, and I will see you again next week. Have a great week.